Hello. Um, yeah, this is going to be episode one. Maybe a podcast, something I'm going to kind of create. Um, I kind of wanted to come on here, talk about my journey, talk about my sobriety journey, and how I've learned to cope and move along with it. Basically tell my story. Um, Fixed necklace bothers me. Yeah. So uh everybody pretty much, if you're watching, you know who I am, DJ Grizz, Adam, Grizzly Adams, Grizz, whatever you want to call me. You can call me whatever you want. Kind of want to just kick it off here, start by, I grew up here in town in Holman. Most of my childhood was pretty good, pretty great. Parents married, had a sibling, one sister until I was 13. Yeah, we did a lot as a family. We went on trips, things like that. I think my addiction, my drinking, it really didn't start till later in my life. You know, Down the road. I would say when I was in high school, see, junior in high school, no, sophomore in high school. Just got done with my sophomore year. Um, my parents obviously trying to do the best things that they could do for themselves, and at the time for the family, my dad worked construction, so he thought it would be best for him to move south where he could work all season, all 4 seasons, all year long. It was very hard for him to do a lot of outside work and things like that during the summertime around here. So they sold our house. We bought an RV. We traveled around the United States a little bit. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Um, when I was 13, so back up a little bit, just back up a little bit. When I was 13, my parents had two more kids, so there's four of us now. So there's two girls and two boys, 13 years apart from my siblings. Anyways, sold our house. We moved down south, um, little town of Arkansas. Uh, I guess we found that place because it was booming at the time. It was growing, lots of houses being built. Home of Walmart. That's where Walmart was. So we went down there. But yeah, so as we were moving away and things like that, I my threw a party. We threw a big party. I was 14, I think, 14, 15 at the time. And um, that was pretty much when alcohol was introduced into my life, 14, 15 years old. I would say around 15, 16. That's probably more accurate. But anyways, but that's about the time, alcohol, obviously alcohol was always around. My parents didn't really drink a lot when I was a kid. But, we had wine coolers, things like that. And obviously as a kid, take a little swig, take a little drink of, their stuff. But 15, 16, as a going away present or whatever you want to call it, my mom thought it would be cool to let's buy my kids some alcohol and throw them a party, going away party with their friends, because we were pretty upset that we were moving away from my friends. I was obviously in high school, a lot of friends on the road to kind of graduate early, things like that. So it put a big twist into my plans. But um, yeah, so fast forward now, we moved down south. I get registered into school. Got to make new friends, things like that. So I start making friends, but I really started kind of like rebelling against my parents. Obviously, alcohol was introduced into my life at that age, 15, 16. So I started partying. As a kid, I started partying, getting into drinking and things like that. You know, dabbling into recreational drugs, smoking pot, things like that. But um, it wasn't until I was turned 18. Moved out. I moved out of the house right before my 18th birthday. Moved out, got an apartment with some friends. Obviously, kept the partying going, things like that. Recreational, again, drugs, things like that. But the biggest thing is my parents. They split up. They divorced. Moved away. My mom moved back to Wisconsin. My dad was living in Louisiana. Because that's right after Hurricane Katrina. So he went to Louisiana so he could work, lots of work for the company that he worked for. He was self-contracted for Window World, a window company, whatever. But he went down there anyways. So I lived in Arkansas by myself, and that's when I would say, became homeless a little bit. Sleeping on friends' couches, hopping from couch to couch, partying, getting in trouble a little bit. Not like huge trouble, but just, not paying bills and things like that and whatnot. My dad came, got me. I moved to Louisiana, lived with him for a little bit. Then he moved in with his now wife, and there was no room for me. I felt like there was no room for me to go live with them. So um, got in contact with my mom. And at the time, she had a boyfriend that was an over the road truck driver. And they basically gave me some money to move back to Wisconsin. So I moved back to Wisconsin. I was about 20. I was 20 years old and Started partying even harder because I lived back in Wisconsin. I was living with my mom. She was the partier. So I just partied. Got hooked up with some old friends back here in town, and they were partying. I was partying. I was 21, so that's when the party began. Um, Met my now wife. Met her when I was 21, and love her to death. Best woman, best thing that ever happened to me. But I kept partying even though we met, even though we got engaged. She got pregnant with our first son. 21, 22, 20, yeah, 21, right, Christmas time, January time. So, but yeah, um, I kept partying. I started working with some friends at a band. Going out to the bars and stuff with them, partying on the weekends, things like that. And it just got out of control. It got out of hand. I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. You try to quit. You stop drinking. And then you pick right back up. You might quit here and there, but you know, in my 20s and stuff like that, it was just a big party. Got into my 30s. Had all four of my kids. I was there. I was there, but I wasn't really there. I was always waiting for the party. I was always waiting for to go on the road with them guys, and yeah, it took a big toll. I didn't see that I was doing anything wrong. Didn't really realize that I was hurting the people that I loved and things like that. Just partying all the time. Like I made money. I went to work. I paid the bills. I did all that. I provided. I was still a provider, but I was still partying. So I didn't see I was doing anything wrong. I felt like, hey, I'm going to work, I'm providing, I'm paying the bills, I'm putting food on the table. So, I should deserve to have a little fun. I should deserve to be able to get out. Um, Started my DJ business, started that, and, I wasn't really partying too much when I did the DJing, things like that side of things. But still partying. Obviously, I set my partying aside from the business, but once I got done working, it was time to party. Um, Sundays were always my partying day. Grill out with the guys, with the friends, and party. Send the wife and kids home, and I would stay there and party till the sun came up. Yeah. Again, I didn't think I was doing anything wrong because I was providing. I was the one. providing for the family. So it's my time, my turn. I get to have fun. Blah blah blah. Um, fast forward a little bit here, just to kind of get the story going. COVID came. Everybody knows COVID. I was out of work. I didn't work my day job. I couldn't DJ, or I did work the day job. I worked the day job, but I didn't DJ. There was no DJ. Everything was shut down. So you went to the day job. After work, we met up with the guys. Whether you're supposed to show social distance or not, we didn't social distance. We met up in the garage, turned the TV on, turned on the Facebook Live, and we watched our friends that were in bands um, perform. And we would pay them money through, Facebook Pay or Venmo or whatever, and we would party. We would drink. We would drink and drink and drink and just every single day, all day, not all day, every day after work, drink, party, party, drink, whatever. And then, oh, we're tired. We're gonna go home. No, don't go home. Don't go home. Stay, party. Oh, I'm tired. Well, drinking leads into other stuff. Leads into, bringing out, what do they call it? Cocaine. Bringing out the cocaine. Bringing out the white snow. Whatever you want to call it. So then shoving that shit up your nose, and things get worse. And then, I would walk home from my friend's house and um, stumbling into the house and all hours of the night, whatever hours of the morning, and I really didn't remember a lot of stuff that happened. I was drunk, I was high, I was whatever. So bitching, screaming. I don't say screaming, but just bitching, just not making any sense, arguing, whatever. Um, things like that. I got into I got into making like moonshine, homemade moonshine, and I still like to make it. Now I'm sober now, so I'm completely sober. Coming up, I'm gonna be celebrating. We'll get into that part, but just want everybody to know I'm sober, still sober. But I got into making moonshine, apple pie, strawberry, whatever. Fun little hobby. The worst part about it when I was making it and I wasn't sober is literally I would drink it and I would drink it, I would chug it. And you don't understand, like, when you're making this stuff and how strong it is, and it fucks you up. It really does. You know, I black out drunk every time I drank it. Not a nice person. You know, having to depend on everybody else to get me home or get me in the car. Things like that. So yeah, I still like to make it. I think that if people drink it and you drink it responsibly and you drink it in moderations, uh, um, I don't know. I think it's okay. I think it's still fun to make. So, but anyways, um, I got sober. I got sober now. I'm going on 4 years. Next week, next Thursday, I'm going to be celebrating 4 years sober, completely 100% sober. And um, I'll say this here: you can't get sober. You can't get sober for other people. I get it. You have parents, you have kids, you have wives and stuff like that, loved ones. You love them to death. You love them to death. But you got to get sober for yourself. You got to want to do it for yourself. That's just it. I don't know how many times I've tried to get sober because my wife and kids, my parents, whatever, family, friends. You got to really want to do it. There's so many times I've tried to get sober, or I've stayed sober for 90 days or a couple weeks, whatever. But it wasn't until like I really really was spiraling downhill, and um, I don't think my family or my wife or anybody says that you're gonna lose us. I just knew it. I knew it for a fact. I knew it in my gut, in my heart, that I was gonna lose my family. I was gonna lose everybody. So um, I finally bit the bullet, and I just, me, it was cold turkey. I just kind of I quit cold turkey. I wasn't like I didn't like wake up and drink or anything like that. I drank on the weekend. Oh, I drank during the week and stuff, but it's like, um, I didn't depend on it. It wasn't a dependent. I didn't have to have alcohol to wake up to live or anything like that, and the shakes or, we'll get into some other stuff about that. But um, yeah, so I didn't really depend on it. But so I just kind of quit cold turkey. I quit drinking, and I didn't look back. I really didn't look back. And I went a long time. I went quite a while, um, just not drinking and just kind of doing it by myself without the help, without obviously I had support of other people, but without AA. Let's just say that without AA. I had a friend one time. Um, she told me about AA, that I should come to a meeting. At the time, AA, the meeting was literally out my front door. I mean, it couldn't have gotten any closer. It was out my front door, 100 yards from my front door at the church. So it was literally looking me in the face. So, yeah, I jumped on it. I said, okay, I'll come to a meeting. I'll give it a shot. Went to my first meeting Monday night, 7 o'clock. Not saying I was scared or anything like that. Didn't know what to expect. Really, I didn't know what to expect for a meeting, an AA meeting. But I went in, and let me tell you, these people are the most welcoming people ever. The best. I currently I don't go to meetings all the time. Um, I I blame it on being too busy, but really, I don't know. I don't know if it's laziness that I don't go, but yeah, I definitely need to go to more meetings. But anyways, they're the best. And some people, they don't like AA, whatever. I've never went to other groups. I've only went to one certain group, Monday night, 7 o'clock in Holman. And they're great. I still go back from time to time. We still are on Facebook Messenger. I talk. Yeah, it's just the best. You need a support team. You need somebody to help you. I always need somebody. I'm like somebody that needs that praise. I don't know why. I need somebody to tell me that I'm doing good. Hey, you're doing good. Hey, I see you're doing good. Blah blah blah. So yeah, I need that. I need that help, that support. It's just me. It's just me. I need that reassuring that I'm doing it. I'm doing good. So, but they were the best. I was part of the board at our meeting site for a while. The treasurer, me being in banking and stuff, I helped out with that. I've never actually had my own specific sponsor. Um, I don't know why. I think I haven't really had my own sponsors because like everybody in the group at that location, they were sponsors to me. You know what I mean? They were my sponsors. So it's like if I needed somebody, if I needed something in the moment or at the time, there was always somebody there at that group that I could reach out to. We had each other's phone numbers, and we still do. I've tried to help people. I've tried to help anybody that's in need, anybody that needs help with recovery. I'm very open about talking about my recovery. I love talking about recovery. I love helping people get to recovery. Um, you know, doing the 12 steps. Obviously, the first step is admitting that you have a problem, admitting that you have a disease. Alcoholism, it's a disease. It's it's run in my family for years and years and years, and um, so I've had it. Um, yeah, my family members and stuff like that. They they were all alcoholics and stuff like that, and um, stuff like that. So, my um, sorry, my kid came in here. Um, yeah. So, anyways, like my family, grandparents, on my mom's side, they're all alcoholics and stuff like that. So, it's running my family. They're big drinkers, stuff like that. So, um, yeah, it's running my family for years. Alcohol, it's not good for my family. It's not good for me. Some people can tolerate it. Some people can go out and have a drink or two, or drink a case of beer. I don't frown upon anybody that likes to drink. If you like to drink and you like to have a good time, that's fantastic. Like I said, I make my apple pie moonshine. I make it. I hope that people drink it responsibly. I don't shove it down anyone's throat or anything like that. I'm not going to serve it and keep serving it and whatever, just things like that. So I like to make it. So if you can drink in moderations, and you can be responsibly drinking, responsible when you drink, fine, whatever. I have a lot of friends. I'm in the bar all the time. I'm in the bar every week. I DJ at a college bar. I DJ at, I don't want to say old people's bar, but other bars, and I DJ for weddings. I'm trying to open my own wedding venue. I'm gonna have my own liquor license at the venue. So whatever. I just, for myself, I need to live a sober life. And I'm not going to shove that down people's throat. And if there's people out there that think that, I shove sobriety down your throat, fine. Don't be my friend. Whatever. I don't care. I like talking about sobriety. I like posting about sobriety. Sobriety's for me. But if you're offended by my sobriety, or um, and you're sick of listening to me talk about sobriety, bye. There's the door. Unfriend button. Delete. I don't care. It's just for me. There's people out there that need help. There's people out there that depend on alcohol to live. And we'll get into that. But yeah, it is what it is. I have some people that I've seen out there. I've heard, you know, talk about. "Oh, I'm sick of sober people. I'm sick of the people that shove it down your throat." Sorry, I'm not trying to shove it down your throat. I'm just trying to talk about it. I'm trying to. It helps me. It's part of my coping skills. It's part of my sobriety itself, is talking about it, is sharing my story. So this is my story. Like we say in AA, my name's Adam and I'm an alcoholic. Um, I want to dig into something a little deeper. I didn't know if I was gonna get into it on this first episode. I don't know how far we're gonna get into it, but we're gonna get into it a little bit. And might be a little personal. And I'm not here to throw anybody under the bus. I'm not here to hurt anybody. But I'm just talking about my story, and trying to help people that need to be helped. So, um, yeah, December 26th, 2024. This is That date's always going to be in my heart, in the back of my head. I got home from vacation with my family the 26th, something like. I got home 26th. No, maybe it was the 27th. I don't know. Yeah, 27th. See, now I've already forgot the date. I'm pretty sure it was the 26th. Anyways, I got a call from my mom and her boyfriend. She was admitted to the emergency room. Didn't really know what was going on. Rushed down there, and it kind of was the first time I seen her in a little bit. I've been talking to her on the phone and stuff, almost every day, um, since November. Since I went self-employed in November, so I was kind of talking to her, and you know, um, the relationship with me and my mom has always been touchy because of my sobriety and the drinking and stuff like that, and um, partially me blaming my mom for my drinking, which I don't blame my mom for my drinking. I'm the one that shoved it down my throat. So she enabled it a little bit when I was younger, and supplied me my alcohol when I wanted it, but whatever, it was me that decided to do it. It was me that decided to drink. She was just, there. Should she have provided it for me? Probably not, but I'm not mad at her for it. And I still love her dearly. It is what it is. Anyways, uh, so my mom was admitted to the hospital um, with liver failure. Currently, yeah, she's been in and out of the hospital since December 26th with liver failure. We kind of get the runaround a little bit. At first it was, oh, your liver is just bruised from drinking. It's not failing. To oh, it's your liver's failing. Oh, it's really it's the runaround with the hospital and stuff. Um, what I know at this standpoint right now is that her liver is failing. They can try to tell me that it's going to get better, but I know deep down in my heart the worst thing is that her liver's it's failing. She needs a transplant. That's what the numbers are showing. Um, it's been very mentally straining on myself. Let me tell you, if something was going to test your sobriety and test my sobriety, it would be that uh, I quit my job, went self-employed. So I'm self-employed. I've rebranded. So it's no longer Grizzly Entertainment. It's Rustic Memories, Event, Sound, and Design. So um, I bought a laser printer. I do laser printing. I'm doing some woodworking. I'm starting a whole brand new business, a whole new business. And that was kind of like what I started in November. I started this whole new business, still doing weddings, still rebranding, trying to build a new business, hired a marketing team, and then still trying to make money and pay the bills and everything, and looking for a venue, a space, trying to hire a business, get a business partner. I'm still looking for a business partner if somebody's out there, or somebody that just wants to flow me some money. You can make some money. Anyways, squirrel. um yeah, so I'm an entrepreneur. I'm really, really trying to be self-employed and get this business started, and the new part of the business started, and get it going. And it's very hard. It's very stressful, but I'm working on it. And on top of that, I'm dealing with my mom's medical issue. I'm dealing with, is she gonna die? Because she, for a while there, looked like she was gonna die. Um, we just got out of the hospital with her again yesterday. Got her to assistant living. So she's at the back to the nursing home because she can't go home. She can't take care of herself. We have an appointment with the transplant team tomorrow to see if she. Obviously, she needs to get better. She still needs to stay sober. She's staying sober, but she depended on alcohol. She really depended on alcohol every single day. She had to drink. She had a bad detox in the hospital, and let's face it, her liver's gone. Your liver's gone from drinking a lot. I I knew my mom was a drinker and stuff, but I didn't realize it was that bad. I mean, okay, it was that bad, but anyways, so yeah, definitely this past month, these past since Christmas, yeah, about a month now, it's tested my sobriety. Um, Let me tell you, there are times where I just want to throw the towel in. I want to throw it in. I want to start drinking. Numb the pain. Numb the pain. And um, having that support system, that support team, helps. Um, I I did go to a meeting. I kind of went to a meeting a little bit. And I went to one meeting, but on top of all this, so another thing that I didn't talk about, I had weight loss surgery. So I was going through weight loss surgery. September 24th was my weight loss surgery. So I'm 4 months post-op weight loss. So um, gastric bypass. I had the full gastric bypass in September, and so I'm going through that as well. Learning how to eat the right foods, losing the weight, throwing up, getting sick, basically living on the floor next to the toilet. Just learning how to eat healthy and be healthy. So a whole another 360 on top of all of this that I haven't told you guys about or haven't really talked about was my weight loss. I'm down about 85 pounds since my heaviest, 85 pounds since weight loss surgery. I think it's about 60 pounds. So yeah, on top of that, I'm going through weight loss. I'm recovering. I'm tired. I don't have a lot of energy at first. I'm getting it back now. It's 4 months. So I'm dealing with that. And yeah, and then I'm dealing with, everything else. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot going on and mentally draining and mentally straining. And I like I said, I kid you not. I think about it all the time, throwing in the towel. Um, I keep I don't know where my keys are, but um, on my keys, wherever they are, I think they're in the house. So on my keys, I keep my chip. I keep my 3-year chip. Um, I get a chip every year. I keep that chip with me everywhere I go. It's there. It's a reminder of my sobriety. The biggest thing about my sobriety is um, my date. My date. 4 years ago, February 13th. That's my date. And I don't want to change it. I don't want to start all over. I don't want to start from rock bottom again. Starting over would be devastating. So I keep my sober date, keep my chip. I'm religious, but I don't go to church, things like that. Christian, I can't see it, but I got a tattoo on my arm of a cross. I bought this cross necklace, and I literally keep it on 24/7. And um, I if I need to pray or talk to the gods above, I will hold on to it. I'll pray. Music, obviously, music is my business. Karaoke, singing karaoke, having that alone time to sing, take my mind off things. But I'm on the go. I'm on the go 24/7. I'm always going. I'm always staying busy. I'm always working on a project. DJing cups. I make cups on laser printer, but I'm go go go. It's like I'm on speed, but I can't sit down. I can't sit still. Oh, there goes the light. I really can't. I can't settle down because part of me just I don't know. I got to be going. I got to be doing something. That's part of the maybe the recovery, part of the disease in me. The hardest part about being sober, the hardest part about is is not that I can't have a drink or anything, and I don't crave drinking. It's living life as a sober person, dealing with life, facing reality sober. The most challenging thing I can do is face reality sober, because when I was drinking, and I would get into a stressful situation, or I would get in a fight with somebody, or whatever, I didn't want to deal with something. And the easiest thing for me, um, let's go drink, just give me a case of beer. It takes away the pain. It takes away the trouble, your memory, whatever, I don't have to worry about it if I'm drinking. So facing reality as a sober person, learning how to live with the challenges, life sober. It's hard. It's very hard. I like I said, I hear it from people that are 30 years clean, 20 years clean, whatever, 2 years, whatever. Every person that is sober, they still to this day, whether you're 1 year or 30 years clean, living life as a sober person, it's hard. Um, so um, I I still got to be careful. I tell myself, you have a disease, you still got to be careful. Making my homemade moonshine, stuff like that. Alcohol is right there. So I still got to be careful. I don't really like go out and buy alcohol. Like I know some people that will still buy it for their spouse or whatever. If they're having a party, they'll buy it. It's hard for me to go out and go buy it. I will say the first time in 4 years I went out and bought it was when I bought the alcohol to make the apple pie moonshine. I struggled, but I like making it. It's something that I like to give as a gesture, and stuff like that, give away for prizes. But it's hard. Um, Going back to the bar and DJing and seeing older people that are just hammered drunk, it's hard. Um, Being that my mom's dying from it. Um, so that part, ever since my mom's been back in the hospital and she's got the liver disease now, and essentially, hopefully she recovers fully from it, or hopefully she can live another 30 years. She's only 55, so um, I will say it's been harder. It's been harder to be in that type of environment for me. But I push through. I get through the day, things like that. So yeah, um, I think yeah. I push through the day. I get through the day. Some days are harder than others. Some I have since my mom's been in the hospital. I've went back and I've joined one-on-one therapy. I go to therapy once a week right now, just to kind of help out with everything, help out staying sober, and what can I do. I definitely need to put up my boundaries and things like that. I'm a big person that likes to be a fixer. I try to fix everything. I try to um, get out there and fix the problem, and I got to realize that I can't fix this. I'm not the fixer. I can be there. um, I can be guidance. I can help somebody. I can be support, but I can't fix it. This isn't something that I'm going to fix. So it's hard for me. Um, I struggle with my emotions, and I struggle with um, my day to day. But yeah, it's taken a toll on me, but I pushing through. I really want to be there for my mom. I really want to support her, and I love her. I love her. I love her to death. She's my mom, and even though we've had our ups and downs, I still want to be there for her. So that's about that. And that's really it's about it right now. Yeah, living life sober, addiction. Again, doing those 12 steps, making amends, um, admitting that you have a problem. If you're out there and you need some help, reach out, find a meeting, find a friend, call someone, talk to somebody. Um, it trust me, there's always somebody out there that's willing to listen, to help you out. I always love listening to people, love talking to people about it. Um, but you can only want to change, and you can only want to make that sober change for yourself. You got to do it when you're ready for it. So um, yeah, that's really what I got going on right now. But I will end with that, and I hope you guys have a good day. I got to get off. It's Thursday. I got to go DJ. I got a long weekend ahead of me with lots of DJing, and we're gonna get through this. Go Eagles on Sunday for the Super Bowl. So I'll see you guys next time, hopefully on episode 2, whenever that is. We'll catch you later. Bye.